Hello everyone, it's Michelle the Stamp Broker, and I am here today to show you a paper collection that I am going to use today, and it's only available through the end of August 2023, and I feel bad I'm just not showing it to you. It's a special, it's not in a catalog. It's called Memory Lane, and it's so pretty. And before I go any further, I want to apologize for my setup. I'm at a 6-foot folding table, and I can't, it's kind of not level, and so my camera, I can't get it to like not lean forward anyway, so I apologize for the setup. My craft room is, I'm in the process of rearranging it, and so hopefully I'm going to get a real desk or table or countertop or something. So I'm excited about that, but we're not there yet. So this is a collection that has actually 6 different pattern papers. It comes with the sticker sheet. You can also get it with the coordinating stamp set, which I got. And I really think these houses almost look like you could use maybe even at Christmas. It almost looks like they could be gingerbread houses. I don't know. Do y'all see that? Can you see that? So some of these patterns in the stamps are in the paper. So let me show you what I've got. So that's the sticker sheet. And then got this paper, and then on the other side is this. It's kind of a distress. It's got a little bit of pink in here. This is sage. And then this is a lighter version of it. And then we've got a 12 by 12 honey butter gingham zip strip. And then this page, front and back, are these two. This is more of a peach, and then this would be melon, which is the color of the year that is about to retire. Then we've got those little houses that are here. We've got both of them. We've got the one with the 2, well, kind of like a porch roof, I don't know, and then the other it's so cute though, right? Oh, it's this one. This is the one that matches. Okay, and then on the back side of it, okay, hold on, I already showed you this one. Then on the back side of it is this floral, which is really pretty. And then a zip strip of sage and like a little, it's not floral, what would it be? Foliage? All right, and then we've got this beautiful honey butter with like, what do you call that? Cone flowers? Really pretty. And then on the back side is this beautiful small floral print. Isn't that pretty? All right, and then we've got another melon. Let's see. Yes. Okay, the melon is the back side of this. I got confused over there. So more kind of like a peachy background, and then the melon little stripes, cross hatches. Okay, and then what was on the back side of this? Okay, the back side of this peach is this, and this is, say, ballerina. So ballerina is a light pink. It's really cute with the wonky scallops. And then look at this. Is this not beautiful? We've got a melon polka dot, and then we've got these stripes, and then this really pretty ombre Beautiful, right? Okay. And then let me pull this out so you can see it out of the envelope. It says, have a beautiful birthday, sending you a big hug. Our story, this moment, love, so much fun. Could also be so much love. So this can be used for cards, sending you a big hug, have a beautiful birthday, but also for scrapbooking. And then I want to point out this little floral cluster matches these flowers. So that's pretty. Okay, so and then the sticker sheet has, I like that Close to My Heart has true 12-inch border stickers, and not that 11.5 stuff, and different word phrases, different like cluster bases. Here's banners, and here's some bigger banners, so 2 sets of banners, which is really nice. A lot you can do with it. And what's interesting is that there is this blue, which is called Sapphire, and it's really only in this paper as the roof. And all the other colors, all the other papers have soft colors. So there's like a workshop you can buy, like a workshop kit where you get the papers, the cardstock that matches, the stamp set, and some little wood green looking flower embellishments. And I did not buy those. I think I have some somewhere, but I also have the white acrylic that are the same shapes. So I don't know, if you know me at all, you know I really gravitate to bright, happy, fun colors. And so when I first got this, I thought it was just beautiful, but I didn't know what I wanted to use it for, right? Well, I do have this photo. This is actually the same photo. One is close up and one is farther. One's a 3x4 and one is a 4x6. And this is my daughter and son. It's actually on Easter, and I thought it would be nice to make a layout just of this photo because I love it. It's in front of my mom's fireplace, and it's just a really good photo of the two of them. Now this color in his shirt is not in this paper, but I'm okay with that. I don't feel like it has to be. And I think that these papers would work really well for Easter layouts. And so I probably will continue to use these and maybe add a little bit more Easter theme to it. But this is my plan. Okay. There's so many beautiful patterns, and I couldn't decide which ones to use, right? I mean, 12. There's not 6, there's 12. So what I was thinking. Oh, and first of all, okay, maybe second or third. This paper is from the Mix and Paper Pack from April and June. I don't know if it's still available, but I just love it. And the back set is kind of like a burlap. I'm thinking I could use this as the background. And then, let me leave it though. Let me show you what I'm thinking. So I've cut scratch paper. It's just paper that I printed on my printer I'm not going to use, right? A lot of times I'll stamp on the back. But so I thought, instead of cutting my paper, not knowing exactly what size I need, I'm thinking of a grid. So 2.5, I was thinking, no, oh my goodness, 3.5. It's 3.5. Don't listen to me, it's 3.5. So this Versamat makes it really easy for me to kind of figure out where I want to lay them out. So I just cut them in scratch paper before I cut the patterns, and I thought that I would you know, choose the patterns. There's going to be 9 blocks. I'm not sure how much, if I really need 9 or just 8, because the photos will cover up some. So what I'm doing here is I'm a 1/2 inch down and 1/2 inch over, and then it's a 1/4 inch between each square. Okay. Now at first I thought about doing a 1/4 inch out from the edge of the paper, right? So that, let me show you what that looks like. 1/4 inch. So this, you know, this kind of reminds me of when I was growing up and my mom would, she sewed a lot for me because I was hard to fit. I was tall and lanky, and we literally could not find clothes to fit, store-bought clothes. Okay, so she would, a lot of times she would make the pattern, she would make, say a dress, she would make the dress in like, I guess you wouldn't call it scrap fabric, but yeah, leftover fabric that didn't matter. And then she would fit it to me. And then when she was ready, you know, figured out what, because she always had to adjust the patterns, okay? She couldn't just buy a pattern and make it for me. She was always adding length to my arms, adding length to the legs, and making it smaller. And, you know, even if you'd buy like a size 5, for example, I think that they ran a lot bigger than 5. I don't know. Anyway, she just sewed so much for me. So instead of like taking a chance on ruining the good fabric, she would use, you know, some scratch fabric, leftover fabric from something else, and kind of see how it fit. So that's kind of what I'm doing with the scratch paper. So this is how I first laid it out, where it's a 1/4 inch from the top, you know, from the edge, and then each pattern paper is a 1/2 inch apart. But then I kind of decided I wanted to move them in closer, kind of cluster them in closer. So now they're only going to be a 1/4 inch apart. And I love that this Versamat so easily helps me measure it out. Now when I put it on the pattern paper, I won't be able to, but I'll still build it on this Versamat and use my T-square ruler and make sure the ruler's here at the 1/2 inch so I can line it all up. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to pick out 9 different patterns. That doesn't mean I'm cutting into 9 different papers though, right? Because they're two-sided. So I technically, well, I guess I'll be cutting into 5. And then I want to kind of lay it out just a little bit wonky. I'm not big into huge angles, and then kind of like that. So yeah, I do need all 9. Okay, and then I'm thinking about putting a title here. I'm not sure what, but I'm also thinking about maybe distressing all the edges and maybe even sewing around the edges. I haven't decided. I don't know. So let's just kind of see what it would look like on here. I mean, I'm not going to be able to tell if I'm going to use this or maybe a white background till I get the paper cut. Right? It would basically just be like this. So the 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. 1/4. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. Then okay, I need to cut that strip off. So I'm not sure if it's going to be too busy, but I just love it. And I actually, so the mix-in papers, you get 6 different patterns. No, you get 12 patterns, but only 6 pieces of paper. So if you want like 2 of this pattern, or if you want the front and the back, then you need to buy 2 packages. So that's what I did. So I actually have another one of these too. Okay, so I'm going to cut some papers and I will come back with where I am. Okay, so now I need to make some embellishments. So I put these stamped images actually on wax paper, and I kind of put them on the layout where I think I might like them. And I put them on wax paper because I printed these photos at home on my Epson PictureMate, and these stamps will stick to those photos and pull out part of the photo. So not good. Not good at all. So, you know, you learn as you go, right? Okay, I'm gonna pick this up. And I haven't really seasoned the stamps yet, and I do use acrylic blocks very frequently, but with intense black, with the black image, I really want to get a very crisp, dark image, and sometimes stamping it twice will help. So I'm just gonna rub my fingers on these images, kind of dull them a little bit. And then I love Close to My Heart's ink pads. They are magnetic. They've got a well over here where you can squeeze them and get some ink over here and do a lot of mixed media. Today, I don't think we're doing mixed media, although I am thinking, and I'm sorry I'm shaking the camera, I am thinking of using some white splatter Dina Wakely. Oh, I forgot my little thing that I usually use to press this down good. Let's see. Yep, definitely needs another. You know what? I think I moved it. All right, let's start over. Let's just start over. Okay, so I like to use my my Misty when I use my intense black, just to get a really crisp image. And I'm working on a plastic table, a portable table, and you know, it gives a little, so I'm not sure it's working. Okay, that's better. Let's give it one more coating. I guess it's not really a coating, but. And I'm going to color these in, and I will show you what they look like when I come back. Okay, so now I want to color these images in. You want the intense black to dry completely, so there's no smearing of the ink. Now there is a scrapbooking workshop guide and also a card making workshop guide that you can download for free from my website through the end of August. This probably will disappear at that time, but and it has like 3 2-page layouts and then a 1-page layout with all the cutting instructions. And in the, let's see, I have it right here. in the guide, it talks about different ways to color. One is to, you can like color kind of a shadow behind the images with, sorry, that's my dryer, with these blending brushes. Also, you can color your images in with it. Now this I was experimenting with. It's not what I want because I don't want to cut all that white out. No, I think I was using melon, and melon kind of went everywhere. But what I think I'll do, okay, another way is to turn the stamp over, right, like this, the house. Instead of having it where you get the image, you put the image onto your block, right? So the back is showing, and you stamp it. Let me just show you. So this was ink blended with these. Then you would just put it back over and see how I didn't line it up well, but that's a quick way to color. And then these houses, you can actually paper piece. You can stamp this in different colors for the house and then cut it out. Let's see. So there's another way you can use your water brushes. And so that's actually what I did for these leaves because it wasn't getting much green. So the colors I have are sage, ballerina, melon, nectarine, peach, and then somehow I don't have honey butter. I don't know how that happened, but I pulled out canary. So, and then also sapphire is a color in it. So there's these 6 colors. So I'm going to color one here with you. Let's see. Let's just start with something easy, and we will color a heart with melon. So what I like to do is I squeeze the top and the bottom together, and then that gets a little bit of ink here in this little tray area. Then I just add a little bit of water, right? And then you just paint it on. Okay, now while I still have the melon in my brush, let's see about coloring this this flower in. I think I'll try to go darker at the base of the petals. Okay, so I think I'm going to put a background stamp on this tag. Apologize for my dirty fingernail. That's from makeup. So since I've never used it before, I want to stamp it on this scratch paper and then kind of see if I like first generation or second generation. Definitely first. That didn't really even give me a second generation. Okay, so I believe, yes, it's just the same width as this. So I'm gonna go like here. All right, it's not completely straight, but that's okay. It's just to kind of make this solid cardstock a pattern paper. And that's going to be okay because I'm going to have things on top of it. I don't think this stamp set is available anymore, but it's a very useful one. Obviously, I've only used this one before. And then there's the dots and then the little plus signs. It works great for like say you die cut some letters out of cardstock, you can stamp them with this and give them a lot of character. Okay, so I am back. Let's see, what have I done since, well, before I stamped this? Okay, so I put all these on the wood grain paper. I actually cut the wood grain paper down by 3/8 of an inch on two sides. So it's a little less than a 1/4 inch border. And then I gutted a white daisy piece of cardstock. And then I have it adhered on the left and the right with some temporary glue dots so that it doesn't shift on my Versamat. Then I used my T-square. Here it is. I used my T-square ruler, which I really like. I love how it's magnetic, first of all, and I love how it's long enough to span the whole Versamat. So I put it at 6, and I started with this square, and then I just kind of lined them up. It's not perfect, but I don't think it matters. So then I am still planning on putting this here, and I don't want to hide this square. I could, but I like the green too. Probably kind of go like this. Then I keep color drawers of like extra die cuts I've made with my metal dies, and I had this made out of doily die that Close My Heart used to sell, and then this one I think is still current. It comes with the small one and a large one. So I was thinking about using them one or the other as a cluster base. I'm thinking maybe the small one. And then I colored a whole bunch of these. I colored the house. I think about 6 of these flower clusters, and my dragonfly turned out really pretty. I used blending brushes. It's got like the sage and the yellow, and it's got the melon in the middle. I think that turned out really pretty. And then I went stash starting. I found these old crochet flowers, and I found these white acrylic hearts. These are both retired, but they're still good. And then I found, let's see, I found all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Let's see. So this is just recently retired. It's from our flower shop. I think flower shop paper is still available, but this is like a wood grain paperboard, and I really wanted to use this memories here. In the end, I think it's too long for where I want it, but when I was going with that, I punched out hearts with a little bitty heart punch I have, and I punched out some hearts that they would match with just some of the, it was just like extra area there. And then I pulled out a tab I thought I'd use up here, but then I went in a different direction because look what I found. These are old Close My Heart wood grain titles. Thought I might use that. And then let me show you what else I have. So so that I see my stash when I'm done with a collection, I try to put it it's kind of like Janet RTS. I've put wax paper on some cheap cardstock, glued it down, hole punched it, and then I put it in a binder. So what's really cool about Close to My Heart is the colors. So like this is peach right here, and it's from I don't even know what this is. Oh, Dreaming Big. Maybe it's not even peach, but it matches. So there's this. This would work, this cute little frame, right? And I even have acrylic heart. And then on the back side is documented, and I wrote down all the colors and documented. And I actually pulled off these two things from documented. It says, sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. And then this little, there were two. Okay, so then I was thinking, well, I could also use this craft. It kind of doesn't quite go with this, kind of. So that's when I started cutting out the hearts out of that with my punch. And then there's this one, which I didn't write down what this was, but it has the pink also, so I pulled off a little doily. There's also that one, and to see what I can use for it. So let's see, is that all the stash diving I did? One more thing. I found these these wood veneer from Happiness Lives Here, and I don't know if you can see this at the end of the screen, but I thought about using the hearts, the flowers, and the leaves to add to the clusters, since I am going to use one of these titles. So I think I've moved away from the paperboard, from the craft chipboard, and I want to use wood veneer. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. And I actually put it laid it all out, and then I took a photo and printed it out on some cardstock so that I could see, I could remember what I was doing. Oh, and I also have some finishing touches. I have some white dots, some melon dots, and I thought I might use the yellow dots. Okay, so this is what I was thinking. Let me refer back to my photo. I was going to put the house down here with a flower cluster, and these are colored in different colors. Let's see, I kind of just changed it up a little bit between like the melon, peach, and yellow. So since that has, I think I'll use one with the bigger yellow flower here, since this has the peach. Probably kind of like that. All right, and then I cut a couple of tags out, and you saw me put a background stamp on there, which is some hearts. And see, I still don't want to cover up that green all the way, so I'll have that. And then I also punched out a smaller tag to kind of layer. I'm not sure exactly how I want to do it. It could even go behind. Or it could just kind of stack on there like that, match the holes up. I kind of like that. Okay, and then on top, I have this happy day, because, you know, I do still have this whole sticker sheet. I just like to try to use some of my stash, but there's tons of stickers here I could use. I think I wanted to use happy day, and I could either say today, I want to either use happy day today, happy day. I kind of want it nestled, so that's kind of cute how happy day nestles in there. I mean, it would really make more sense if it was happy day today, but that's okay. And then there's love. I think I'll go with today. Okay, I'm going to put it on a little bit of wax paper. Doesn't completely cover it, but I think it'll be okay. Let's see. Just a little scrap. Oh no, I broke it. Okay, that's okay. Okay, so they're a little gentle, but it'll be okay. I'll be able to glue it back together. You'll never know, just you and me. So, happy day today. Let's see. And then I was going to nestle some of these flowers underneath the tag. This will be my biggest cluster. Maybe kind of like that. And then I've got this one, which I was thinking about maybe just making one here. And let's see, where was I going to put this? I have this and this. Okay, I also have, let's see what else I have. I was thinking about putting this up here. Kind of like that, give it a little bit more color. And let's see, seems like these are in 2 different sizes. Maybe one there and one there. I also have pulled out these more like chipboard craft, but I think I would rather use these wood grain. Not wood grain, they're wood veneer. Why do I keep calling them wood grain? Let's see. Let's put the big one in the big cluster. Little one in the little cluster. Here it is. Put one over here. And see, here's one of those hearts that I punched. Isn't that cute? I also have these hearts that were from the stamp set that I blended and watercolored. Some I used the blending brush, some I used the watercolors. And then I just cut them. So like here I wouldn't put a green one on the green, but I could put like a yellow one. Just don't want it to blend in. And here I could put a green one. And 1, 2, 3. All right, and then I also have the white acrylic hearts. I'm not sure if I'm going overboard, but I want to make room for new stuff coming in my stash. Oh, and by the way, I want to show you, this is my first attempt at coloring my dragonfly, and I used the watercolors with the watercolor pen, and when I was cutting it, it was still a little wet, and it tore apart. So I'm like, okay, back to the drawing board, and I feel like that one's prettier anyway because I use blending brushes, and here I use watercolor. So anyway, this goes in the trash. I just wanted to show you that sometimes it just takes a little bit of experimenting, right? Okay, so I'd also pulled these off. This is from my stash. This is from the sticker sheet. I was just trying to make a cluster base, but I really think I like the tags better. And I will tie these tags together with some white crochet thread. And I think I will come back and show you the finished. Okay, I am back with my completed layout. It took me a while to figure out, you know, how I wanted to do this, but in the end, I think it turned out lovely. I put a lot of different things on here from my stash. Crochet flowers. These are from years and years ago. I put some of these little flowers on. I did not end up using the white acrylic hearts. I did use these little hearts that I punched out from the paperboard. And everything on here is close to my heart. I love playing with close to my heart. I love playing with all things, but I wanted to show how you can pull things out of your stash that coordinate with a current product. Now, just FYI, this paper line, Memory Lane, is only available through the end of August, and it is gorgeous. Gorgeous. So go grab it while you can. I will have the link down below. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.